And we are live. This is the wood where you get what, Raisin?
Wood, it's so good.
And welcome back, Miss Raisin.
Thank you, thank you.
We all
Good
I
to be back.
explained it. I explained all last week what you were off on us. Shooting
Yeah,
your
sorry about that, everyone.
shooting your film, your Fisted with Kristen Part Two.
It's important business.
Yeah, taking on Japan is the yeah. Oh,
Tokyo alone, that was a tour.
you've heard of Debbie Does Dallas. This is Ho takes on Tokyo. A hoe in Tokyo. Yeah.
Tokyo hoes.
We also got Dirty Dirt. What's up, buddy?
Same old garbage. How about you?
That's the boy. You're just chipper. And we got Modi McModerson. What's up, buddy?
Trying not to die here.
Trying not to die. God damn, we're a giddy bunch.
Red Eye's hallucinating with ergotism. Got a little bit of the ergot.
And it's way better than the mushrooms I used to take when I was younger.
He's got the kangaroo pox. That's a new thing.
I've been breeding hallucinogenic mold spores in my fucking wall, apparently.
Mold's a motherfucker. It can make you really, really sick.
At least it's the good hallucinogenic type.
There you go.
Always look on the bright side.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're gonna die, you might as well have a good buzz.
Might as well die tripping balls.
Well, we're going to enter the sixth and final week of Depp versus Heard.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dun, dun.
I am sick, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm sick of this shit.
Me too.
I don't really watch it and listen to it as much as other people do. I understand why it's like. I understand why it's so addictive. I do. I get it, dude. I mean, we're always been that way, with trials. Look how it was with OJ, man. They shut every fucking thing down. OJ trial covered every fucking day.
Yeah, but there wasn't the train wreck after train wreck after train wreck of either.
Yeah.
Amber Heard. Like, my favorite bit from the last week was, so tell us about your makeup kit. And she holds this thing up and she goes, this is my bruise kit.
Her theatrical kit.
She called it her fucking bruise kit.
And
right?
then corrected it to theater kit, which was no better.
And have you noticed every time she gives an answer, she listens, she's looking at the fucking lawyer that's asked the question, and then she'll cock her head and she looks at the fucking jury, and it's so blatantly obvious that they've picked up on it by now, and they'd be getting fucking annoyed with it because it's like one of those fucking clowns at the fucking carnival where you throw the ping pong balls in and it's constantly turning its fucking head. But
my dog's the bruise bee.
Yeah, that's gold too. But the bruise kit bit. Now, some lady, as McGold did a video, and he's found some young lady that's got the exact same fucking theatrical kit. And she's just basically going, so Amber, real bruises, huh? And she's basically just got her finger going dab, and then she's gone, real bruises, huh? And just started touching her finger on her face. And after about 10 seconds, she's recreated Amber's fucking bruise spot on. And then there's showing photos of Amber with the bruise. She's got in Photoshop and fucking made the thing stand out. Like, blatantly. All they're going to do, they're going to pull the metadata on the picture, and she's fucked.
They have a metadata expert on Depp's rebuttal list.
Yeah, look, there's just so many things that are going on, and Heard's lawyers, how she gave up last week was also great, where she just went, well, I guess I haven't got any more questions. It's like, no, you really don't, do you?
You know what I really wish would happen in this trial? I wish Johnny Depp's little fine lawyer that he's got, I wish she would run across the courtroom and start making out with Amber Heard. That would just fucking make my day.
No, why?
Because I'm gonna fuck both of them.
Would you? Just stop. She shits in people's beds. She's not a hottie. She's a butterface fucking bed shitter.
She ain't a butterface.
Shit, she is. Go and look at her sister. I bet you 50
Yeah, but she
bucks
ain't her
without
sister.
makeup, she'd terrify you. Bullshit. She looks just like her sister. Go and look at the sister without
Really
makeup on.
plastic surgery.
Don't
20
you know that
fucking
all
bucks.
women are ugly when they take the
No, they're
makeup
not.
off?
Bullshit.
Look at Raisin Girl.
Absolute
Woo!
bullshit.
I know,
Sorry,
right?
but
So scary.
Amber Heard's a butterface without the makeup on. I'll put 20
put
bucks
my
on the
butterface.
table right now. She's got a butterface. I bet you. Without that
We all
fucking
know
3
she's
inches of
crazy
makeup.
bitch. She's crazy, cuckoo bitch, and I don't like her, but I think she's very attractive.
And I'm
I
telling
think
you,
she looks like Psycho.
Oh,
that's
she's definitely
war paint,
psycho.
dude.
She's pretty, but she got crazy eyes.
Another thing that I want to talk about, which I didn't know.
Louis Vega. He agrees with me.
I let her shit on the bed. You fucking filthy animal. Get the fuck out of my chat. Take that man's spanner
You
away.
see,
and get him the fuck out of
Vegas,
here.
me and Vega, we like this. We simpatico.
Nah, you're both insane, and you'd hook up with a chick that shits in your bed. You mad fucks. You're both sick.
Dude, I
You're both
shit in the
sick.
bed.
I'd rather sleep in that bedroom full of mold spores. There you go.
Yeah. me and Vega are simpatico. Man, another little thing I wanted to talk about.
Hold on. And just to put the icing on the cake, guess what's come out? In 2016,
Dirt.
Elon Musk paid $250,000 because apparently one day while he was in a relationship with Amber Heard, he's pulled his cock out and started hitting up one of these flight attendants. It's just like, oh no.
Yeah, I remember the other day when I was live.
And Elon did his big rant. Yeah, you mentioned all this. Well, fucking isn't that
shit
just...
broke when I was live the other day. That shit broke out when I was live and it started popping up. I was like, fucking news alert here.
Yep. So I went and read the story, and I'm like, "Oh damn!
Yeah,
you paid money. That means that you were worried that if it got to court, they might be able to prove it. $250,000 just to shut someone up.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fucking hush money. That was hush money. That's please shut the fuck up. And then
I was definitely hush money, but it didn't hush her up though.
Well, they didn't have to hush her up. It was just a third party found out about it, and then they talked about it, which is perfectly legal.
That's so weird, dude. That's like the other day I said this, right? In this day and age, why pay hush money? Because the shit's gonna get out with the internet shit. There ain't no sense of paying hush money these days.
Just go and find Johnny Depp's lawyers and pay them a retainer.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you're in more serious trouble, find the dudes that represented that Kyle Rittenhouse and fucking pay them a retainer because they're fucking pit bulls too. So like if I was going to hire 2 legal teams in America for the serious shit, it'd be the dudes that represented that Rittenhouse kid because they know the law.
I'm going to tell you who I'd hire, a lawyer, because here's one. What's that chick that killed her kid and got away with it?
Casey Anthony.
Her lawyer, because that shit was. I mean, Casey Anthony drove around with her dead baby in her fucking trunk for 3 goddamn days. It was obvious that and he still got her off. I'm like, this motherfucker's a genius.
She's basically come out and been like, all right, which major company network is going to pay for my side of the story?
Bitch, we know your side of the story. You killed your baby.
That woman is sick.
That is one of the most, she was voted the most hated person in America at one point.
Not familiar with their case, thank God.
Oh, dude, this is a huge.
I like most
2010.
I've never met her.
Yeah, it was like 2010, I think, right? 2011, something like that. It was like the biggest trial in America. It was one of those huge trials. I mean, she literally ran out. I mean, there's no. It wasn't even like everybody was like, "How can this happen?" Because it was so obvious. She killed her baby, put it in the fucking trunk of the car. Drove around 3 days, went to a fucking party with her baby and a goddamn dead baby in the trunk. All this shit and got away with it.
Because you're in front of a jury of your peers, and a lot of people have a very difficult time believing that someone could do something like that.
A woman, especially believing a mother.
To her own child. Yep.
I think what you'll find is a lot of the time that
Bill Hicks.
lawyers can hook into a technicality like the mental.
It was unbelievable. I was married at the time when that happened.
Insane defense probably came into play, and he's got her off on fucking mental health grant, and it's just like
my wife at the time when that happened. When they said she was not getting, she called me right, and I was like, because she was at work, and she said, "Did you hear?" And I said, and she was crying. She was crying because she couldn't believe that they let her off.
Yeah, well, I believe that.
And she was crying because that shit tugged at people's hearts in America. It really did. It was just a huge fucking case, man. It was crazy that happened. And she's a monster, right? If you look into it, you'd get mad. 'Cause I don't know how you feel, how you are. You'd get fucking mad that they let her off.
Yeah.
I'm extra irritated with that one because of the timing. Because 2009 is when I had my first son, and it was weird because it's not like I ever enjoyed it in any way or liked it or wanted to to deal with it, but like anytime, even in like movies, like if anything happens like with like child death, I can't handle it anymore. Since I had kids, I can't. I look away. I'll walk out of the room. I can't sit through it. I pay it forward.
Yeah.
Watched it when it first came out. Can't rewatch it because I know what's in there. Now, haven't wanted to watch it since I had kids.
That is harsh to watch at the end of that movie.
That movie made me mad before I had kids.
Yeah.
So when I seeing what went down, like when you have a young child and you're watching this woman, I just that it's so disgusting. I get that it's hard to wrap your mind around, but you got people got to start understanding that what they see right in front of their face is real.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, and that story was fucking horrible, and it touched a lot of people. I mean, I was emotionally invested in it because it was just, and when she got off, it was like it was so crazy because it was so obvious that she was guilty.
And the story's so depressing that Dirt's just left the show to just...
Yeah. See what you did right now?
Yeah. So hallucinogenic mold spores, I must have traveled through the internet. Now he's tripping balls.
Well, another story that I wanted to talk about that I didn't even notice she had it, but you know who Billie Eilish is, right? That little female singer. I don't know much about her, but I know she's she's young with big titties is all I know. And
yeah, she's a bit of a good douchebag.
She is a douche, but apparently she has Tourette's. I didn't know she had Tourette's. And she came out saying that it really offends her when she sees on the internet comedians making jokes about Tourette's.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, and that's what I was.
Hey, kid, pull your fucking head in, because I bet you've laughed at a joke that makes fun of someone else's fucking goddamn disability or misfortune. At some point in your life, you fucking hypocrite, go fuck yourself, you little shit. There you go. There's my reply to that fuckwit.
Exactly. By the way, thank you, Drunken Crow, for the $20, brother. I appreciate it. By the way, anybody, look, I'm not going to give an amount. I'm not going to give a go because I'm just going to go ahead straight out say it. I'm about to get evicted. So if you can help out, I appreciate it. But yeah, I agree with you, Red Eye, 100% that
and
it's
you know
just...
what? Hold on. Now that I think of it, I've seen a video of her talk. Didn't see any evidence of Tourette's whatsoever in her fucking minute or so. And usually when someone's got Tourette's, you'll see a couple of fucking blips and chirps and it's like...
I never knew she had it, but that...
I'm not saying she
doesn't,
but you usually pick up when someone's
got
kind
of little tics and stuff.
Yeah, it must be really mild because I've seen some fairly long interviews with her, and I know people with Tourette's.
Yeah, and usually when people have Tourette's, it's not just the tics; it's they will fucking say words that
that is I didn't know much about Tourette's until recently because I follow this young lady on TikTok that has Tourette's, and that's what she has it bad. Did you know that the ones where the cussing Tourette's?
Yeah,
it's a low percentile of the cussing Tourette's. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought that was a big deal. I thought that most of them did that, but apparently not.
No, but they'll have definite physical tics, and it's...
Well, this girl's bad. She says stuff like red horse.
Yeah. Well, it's way worse than a stutter. It's really pronounced, and you can pick up on it. Now, it's again the cursing's a smaller part of it, but. Again, I'm not saying she doesn't have it, but I didn't see any evidence whatsoever. So she might be medicated. I don't know. They might have had some. They might be able to treat it better now.
I don't know. The thing about Tourette's is hard to treat because I didn't know this either until I started watching this girl. This girl's young and she's so beautiful, by the way. But dude, she's got it bad. She was on Dr. Phil recently, as a matter of fact. But
the same girl I've seen on YouTube. I think her name is Evie Meg. She says beans a lot. She's adorable. She looks kind of like Punky Brewster and says beans all the time. She tries to cook and she's constantly throwing eggs by accident.
This girl has done a couple of this ain't her, but she had done a couple of cooking videos. The one thing she does, sometimes I get tickled where like she's with her sister, or like she'll grab them by the hair of the head. But they're used to it, they've been that way her whole life.
Yeah.
So they're used to it. I mean, and the only thing that bothers me about it is like when she'll be talking and she'll hit herself in the throat. And
oof.
Yeah, she causes physical pain to herself a lot.
That's pretty common.
Yeah, it is.
At least in my experience, I don't.
Yeah, they'll hit their head. A lot of them will hit their head, like
one guy I know has been at it for a while, and he's got so a lot of times he'll turn his head and talk low when he can't stop himself from saying something, and if he gets the compulsion to hit, he'll usually try and target it on his leg. Like sometimes it'll become more pronounced, and then he'll go for the head hit. But he really has. It's interesting too because the dude plays guitar and sings.
Yeah.
And when he's playing, you would never be able to tell. It's
and he's funny thing about music and stuff like that is that I think it uses a different synaptic pathways to where you just use your normal speech patterns.
Yeah, the concentration thing and all that stuff. I don't know. Red Eye probably knows it. Yeah, you've heard of Mel Tillis, right? He was a famous country singer that he had a bad stutter. I mean, when he was talking, huge stutter, but when he sung, no stutter.
Yeah. Now that's been with heaps of people that stutter and have well, shit. You hear fucking people that can the only people I think that have broken that rule were the fucking Proclaimers. If you're aching like 500 mile, they sung with that accent. That's really weird because usually you hear English singers and stuff emulate.
American.
Yeah, well they'll emulate a lot of their favorite singers who probably were growing up in America, so that they're singing. It's really strange to hear English people sing with American sort of pronunciation of words and stuff. It kind of makes me laugh. But singing does, it's different to just talking.
Yeah, it is. Let me just smile because I just thought about something when I was listening to your accent, and I found these dudes on TikTok. They're from Australia, and they absolutely do. They're fucking hilarious. It's a whole bunch of dudes who live in the house together, and these motherfuckers are crazy. It's kind of jackass, just a little bit, but what it is that they hurt each other. They beat the shit out of each other. They'll get up on the dude will be sitting in his fucking chair outside, and the guy will be way high on top of our roof or something and throw a goddamn basketball in his head and all kind of crazy shit, man. They'll fucking beat the hell, and they're hilarious.
Yep.
I mean, they're fucking hilarious, dude. And I've been watching them, and it just seems like that may be kind of how young Australian dudes are.
Yeah, it's kind of how it is. That's what we do. We get drunk and do stupid shit.
And beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
But these dudes are fucking hilarious. I wish that I remember their damn names.
This is what happens when you get rid of, have decent gun regulations. Everyone stops shooting each other. It's just all right, we can just lob shit at each other. And.
But now, one of the stunts was a little bit dangerous because dude was laying on. He was laying out the sun, and the dude ran up and took his tanning lotion or whatever, sunscreen, held it there and put it in his mouth and squeezed the fucking bottle.
What the?
Eh?
I'm like, God damn. I watched you know how you get in wormholes? I sat there and watched 100 videos these motherfuckers did. And it's funny as hell. I hope they get far. I even reposted a bunch of their shit because I mean they don't have quite as many followers as I do because I'm a star. But I I hope they get there because they're fucking funny. I mean, I'm a dude, right? I know like a lot of girls wouldn't even think that's funny, but that's dude humor right there. That is guy humor. Guys like fucking with each other, right? We just do. I mean, it's like when I was young, when we young, me and my uncle brother, like I fucking ran up to him one time when he was asleep. I took a lukewarm weenie, rubbed a hot dog winner, and rubbed it across his lips. When he woke up, I had my dick in my hand.
Guys do like practical jokes for sure.
Yeah, dude, we like fucking with each other. That's just the way we do.
Yeah, well, we like taking jokes to the extreme too. Like, Queen's birthday weekend used to be called Fireworks Night. We're in Australia, they call it Cracker Night, which is kind of funny, but
Cracker night.
That's
That's what black people say a lot about us right here, too.
Yeah, see, that's why. But on Fireworks Night.
Yeah, you knew I was going to say something about that.
It was in the state that I lived in. You couldn't have fireworks as a citizen, but in New South Wales, which was about 10 minutes drive away at the state border, you could. There were shops, warehouses full of fireworks, and well, the police weren't like stopping every vehicle and making sure that everybody wasn't buying fireworks because that was just not feasible. So, you wanted fireworks, you bought them up and then went across the border on fireworks night to let them off, or just let them off where you are and don't stick around for too long because the police will probably come to see what's going on. But one fireworks night, my dad and I played a practical joke on this party we went to. We got a big, huge old tin, stood about 10 inches tall, about 6 inches diameter. We filled it up with gravel and sand. And because we lived on a farm, we had actual proper legit fuse, like the shit that would burn underwater really thick once it's lit. Really hard to put it out. You got to cut the cord in front of it or else it's like it will burn. And we jammed a big long bit of this into the tin so it would keep burning for about a minute and letting smoke billow out of the tin. And we put about a 10-inch fucking long bit on this fucking fuse on it. And my dad just told me, this is what you do, son. Walk straight into the party with everybody there. Sit the tin in the middle of the buffet of all the food, pull the lighter out of your pocket, light the fuse, and then fucking run.
Yeah.
I want you to run and run down all the way down the driveway and then run across the road to where we parked the car. Because the rest of the family was waiting down there, so I did it. And everyone bugged out of that party instantly because they thought it was like a fucking bomb-sized firecracker that I'd placed inside this dude's wooden house that was just about to go off. No one tried to grab the crack. They all just bailed. Everyone just went, fuck your house, I'm out.
Damn.
Right?
That's funny, yeah.
And then we just stood there down by the car and we waited. It was real slow burn of fuse, so it took like a minute for it to burn down in the tin. And then for about 5 minutes after, because we shoved so much fuse down in the fucking tin, it just kept billowing smoke.
Damn, that's a big time prank.
Yeah, we wanted to really fuck with them. And after a few, because the rule is with firecrackers, if the thing doesn't go off, don't go near it for a while. That's the golden rule, isn't it? In America, is if you light the fuse but it doesn't go off, don't go and stand over it like my brother did, and then the fountain goes off in your face and burns all your hair off. That was funny. But yeah, I was the most unpopular kid at that party. Every adult was filthy at me because they thought it was like my idea, and it's like Dad just sort of had a laugh and didn't say much. It's like, oh, Dad, you're a cunt. So you threw me under the bus to play your joke. That's the sort of bloke my dad was. What an asshole. So yeah, it's a good practical joke for folks in America. You just got to get some really brightly coloured paper, and if you know anyone with that good sort of fuse, it's literally the fuse you'd see on the Wile E. Coyote, the real slow burning shit that just disappears into the barrel. It doesn't explode instantly. Good times fucking with people with pretend explosives. It was worth it. It was worth it. Just the look on people's faces when I lit the fuse and then I just ran. It was like, didn't take long for people to fucking run down the driveway after me.
No, I don't imagine. I'd be fucking pissed too.
Yeah.
Anyway, where the fuck did Dirk go?
He heard a bang outside of his house.
Yeah.
And then the internet went out. So I'm guessing that their internet's strung up on telegraph poles and someone was really high on meth and decided to be a crash test dummy. Slam into the telegraph pole, taking out the internet infrastructure in that area.
Well, goddamn, you just figured it all out.
That's a possibility.
It is a possibility, I guess. One of Raising Girl's friends.
Or maybe Dirt's just doing unspeakable things to his router because he thinks it's called a router for whatever reason.
A router.
Roto.
A router. What about
Only this good
a
router.
rotor? Ain't that a toilet tool?
A router.
Ain't a rotor a toilet tool?
I don't remember. I remember there used to be commercials for it, though.
It's like a toilet snake, right?
Oh, we had an election. We had an election in Australia.
Plumbing and drain service.
You get an election, what?
We had an election, federal election. So something interesting has fucking happened in Australia for the fourth time ever. We have not elected a Conservative Liberal Party government. So our version of the Democrats got in. But they haven't got what's called a majority. There's going to be a hung parliament and they have to form a minority government with the help of independent members of parliament. Turns out there's a whole shitload of new ones called the Teal Independents, and their major thing is climate change. The other party that did okay and got a couple of seats was the Greens, and two of their big things was adding dental care to Medicare, which is a really fucking good idea, and the other one was legalizing marijuana. There is a small chance, now I'm not getting too excited yet, that there is a slightly better than a snowflake's chance in hell of us getting federally legalized weed in the next 4 years, 3 years. Is it 3 or 4 years? But yeah, the former treasurer that was going to be the new opposition leader, he didn't get re-elected. He got fired from his electorate, and an independent has taken his place. All of these women that were very well funded, one of them had 2,000 volunteers and they knocked on every single door in her electorate. 55,000 fucking houses. They went and talked to every fucking resident in the entire electorate, which is pretty goddamn impressive.
Where's that shit?
When you think about it, they knocked on a lot of fucking doors. So
yeah, that's pretty impressive.
It's a big shake-up. So it's not impossible to knock out that conservative fucking message of the fear-mongering and all that shit. People in Australia got tired of it, but we also sent a message to the Labor Party. We didn't deliver them a massive majority. There was a huge swing to what we call the Teal Independents. Mm-hmm. That's just this group of women that campaigned on climate change.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got to be honest with you. Right here in America right now, the Democrats are making it really easy for the Republicans to win the midterms. I mean, right now, the Democrats are fucking up. And I'm a Democrat. We are not doing a good job.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, it's just every little thing, dude. It's like, I mean, just pick something. I mean, hell, it's like everywhere you look, that there. I mean, it's mostly social stuff that I'm paying attention to because I don't understand a lot of the political shit. I mean, I do, but like when it comes to this and this and that, so I don't get. But socially, we're fucking ridiculously. I'm gonna go ahead and say the R word, retarded. I don't give a fuck.
You know, they seem to be, today there's a big change in the posturing around Taiwan. Old mate just announced today, if China attacks Taiwan, America will respond with their military. So you guys have just doubled. You basically now Taiwan knows that you're backing them up, which is a fucking good thing.
Yeah.
That's a great, because for years everyone's been like, oh, we support Taiwan's right to exist independently from China, but no one's really throwing their fucking, like, throwing it all on the table and going, right, we're all in. Well, America just did, which means America, India, the fucking, there's the collection of 4 countries here. So Canada, India, America, and Australia have got this alliance going now. And guess what the very first thing our new Prime Minister is doing today? Flying to Japan to have a meeting with these 4 folks. Mm-hmm. The other thing America's been doing really well is funneling metric fuck tons of artillery shells and really good artillery into the Ukraine. And I've been watching for the last 4 weeks how the Ukraine people have withstood. Now, remember, the Russians had 180 fucking thousand people piled up on the borders of the Ukraine in Belarus and in Russia, and they poured into that fucking country. Mm-hmm. Go and have a look at the battle maps. The Ukrainians have taken territory back in certain sections. They've given up a little bit in the south and the Donbass and stuff, but I don't think Russia's going to be fucking keeping that territory by the end of the year. I think that the Ukrainians have, because we're feeding them enough fucking arms, they can fight the Russians for as long as it takes. Even now the Ukrainian president said this will only end with a diplomatic solution because it'll end up with a stalemate. Mm-hmm. But the Ukrainians want the Russians out of their country, and if you've been watching some of the footage, it's like the Russians are not having a fucking good time of it. Like there's literally kids flying fucking drones, spotting for the fucking dudes with the M777 artillery with the GPS guided shells, and you see the first shell land 300 meters away from the target. Next shell lands 50 meters. Third shell in the middle of the goddamn turret of the fucking tank that's parked in the fucking goddamn shed where it's trying to hide from the fucking... You should see now. The Russian troops hear drones and they fucking scatter because you see the grenade drop and you just see all these Russian troops go, ah, and run away. They're not going to win. They can't win. It's amazing to see one of the strongest armies in the world kind of get their ass handed to them.
Yeah, it's what's happening.
It's not a fucking pretty sight to see the Ukrainians get the shit kicked out of them at that steel mill, but they held that steel mill for fucking, what was it? Nearly 80 days. They soaked up so much of the Russians' fucking hardware that it made it possible for them to get gains in other parts of the country. So that's some fucking crazy shit. And the footage that's coming out of there is just insane. Warfare is totally different now. I'm watching and if you ever bought a T-72 tank, go and ask for a refund. If you've been watching any footage, you know why. They store the ammo around, in the turret where the gun is. Mm-hmm. Well, all the ammo's stored up in that in an autoloader, and if you get a shot on that and you detonate all the ammo, guess what happens? Have you ever seen a tank turret fly up in the air 150 feet?
Every day.
Well, I have been for the last 70 days. Every time a T-72 fucking goes, I watched one. There's footage of one where it fucking goes up in the air directly, just goes straight. You know how they launch those fucking anvils? Mm. Same thing. But this thing just goes 150 feet in the air, except it's not just a little anvil. It's a fucking tank turret that weighs fucking tens of tons. And it's launched into the air. Like a
that was a lot of T's. Tank turret with tens of tons.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You're a T-talking motherfucker.
Hell yeah. When it comes to talking about T-72s, I love my tanks.
Tens of tons of T-72 tanks.
I love making fun of those fucking buckets of shit because, my God, what a bad design. And here's the best bit. They exported those things all over the world. So if your country is running T-72s and you're in a tank crew, get a new job.
There you go, right? A new job.
Woo.
She's a tank, a tank something.
fucking amazing. Just the footage coming
What
out.
the fuck is wrong with you?
I think what I had the right idea. I think it was in fact a meth head that hit the light pole and knocked out our local infrastructure.
Boom.
Which is probably true because I was sitting here, listening to us talk about Casey Anthony. Then I heard and then the lights flickered and the internet went off. But then I got.
I was bringing this bitch on to take your spot because I didn't know if he was gonna be able to come back. Now he's here, and we don't really need you. No, I'm joking, Drunky. You're
Oh shit! Fuck! Oh my god!
Get
I'm
out
just
of
here
here
for
now.
here.
You get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, motherfucker.
You get out of here now.
Get out of here.
Get out.
We don't need you now. We don't need you
Yeah.
now.
We don't need your help. You get out of here.
You can't tell what the fuck this is.
It's a bottle of alcohol.
Oh, you can stay around. You got gator bait. Is that gator bait?
It's Gator Bite.
Gator bait. Gator bait. You should have called it gator bait.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what you're gonna be when you finish drinking it.
Is that
Go down
whiskey or
swimming in the
bourbon?
local swimming hole? You gator bait.
It is a Satsuma and rum liqueur.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
It's like orange, like liquor. It's pretty good.
You keep stuffing it in the camera, but we can't see.
It's got a
You
gator
can't
on
read
it.
it. You do got a gator on it. That's the gator bait.
I don't see shit.
I'm sorry. It's too bright in here.
Well, unbright it.
I just can't. You can almost see some insinuation of
Let's-
it when I hold it back here.
Let's open up a fast food franchise, but it's only going to be available deep in the bayou in Louisiana. It's like you basically got to use one of those fucking swamp boats to get out to the fast food franchise, and drive through only served in one of those swamp boats. Right?
Wait, Red Eye, did you say Bayou?
Yeah, bayou.
It's Bayou.
Bayou, fucking whatever. I'm Australian. I don't pronounce things like you fucking cunts do. Don't make fun of me, shithead.
By the way, since you had your internet, or
Bayou,
whatever,
bayou.
they're predicting hot, deadly summer is coming with frequent blackouts worldwide.
Yeah.
There won't be enough energy supplies to go around for sweltering heat boost power demand in months ahead. Yeah.
Who's
That
making
sounds
this fucking prediction?
This here comes from where does this come from? Bloomberg.
Right. Maybe there's going to be some serious issues in Europe for gas and oil because, well, Russia has had pipelines with oil flowing through into Europe, which they'd sell. Someone may have made the refinery where it leaves Russia and goes into the Ukraine. That may have had a little boo-boo and a really big fire. And there's also all the trade embargoes. Same with the gas. Now, the gas is a real problem because in winter, people use the gas to keep warm and cook food and stuff. Well, yeah, it turns out that there's a scientists in Australia have just done a report and they're trying to get people to not use gas because when you use it and you're exposed to it over a long term, it's not good for your health, apparently, research shows. So they're trying to get people not to use gas. Well, we've got to come up with alternatives before we stop using the gas, and just abruptly turning off the switch like they've done in Europe will cause some serious headaches. Now, if the rest of the world's paying attention, for instance, Australia, a huge gas exporter, we can sort of cover the loss of the Russian market. But we're going to have to act quickly and make sure that the supply is not interrupted, or else Bloomberg's article for Europe may very well be true. But I can't see places like America. You guys have got a strategic reserve, and plus you can just go out into the Gulf of Mexico and drain it. So you guys will be fine for a while. And Elon Musk will save you.
Damn gallon.
Yeah, well, look, we're paying. The government took off the 40 cents excise, and it's still $2, over $2 a litre here. I haven't put petrol in my car in 3 weeks. I've been walking everywhere. It's just like, fuck this shit. Like, seriously, my car got fucking mold growing in it because it's been raining for the last 3 weeks and I've just been walking. I went and got in it the other day. It's like, fuck, there's mold everywhere. Shit, had to go and get the bleach and spray my car down. It's like, God fucking damn it. I think mold's trying to take over our planet, and we're just not really aware of it.
It's taking over Dirt's nuts. I know that.
They smoldy.
When you blew that out,
Moldy
the
nuts.
background didn't pick up the smoke, so it just swirled on the unit.
What the fuck is that female talking about?
I don't know.
We put it down last time, and it's only swirled in his present.
Whoa.
See, it
I don't get
disappears
it.
around the edges.
You know, I really don't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
Suck my dick.
It's like he's in the gay
All
matrix.
right,
The gay matrix.
it does look like that, dude.
Hey, look, I'm not judging.
I am.
Looks like a wonderful place, very relaxing.
That's what happens when you take the pink pill.
It does. It looks like Miami Vice and Matrix had a baby.
Yeah, you cracked open the red and the blue pill and you mixed them in a bowl and just snorted that purplish.
Purple pill, yeah, there you go.
Blue and red. And
Take
blue.
both.
You
It's
just
a
snort
rainbow colored pill.
Yeah, red up the left nostril, snort the blue up the right nostril, and it all mixes together in your nasal cavity for the purple, and then you end up in the gay matrix.
And
The
dirt is
Gatrix.
gay
It's called the Gatrix. Thank you.
I will refer to it in its full title.
The
I'm old
Gatrix.
school like that. It's the gay matrix.
The
That's what the kids call it, the gatrix.
Well, I'm a kid.
You stop calling it the gatrix. It's the gay matrix. That's what we called it when we invented it back in the. I can't even remember. It was so long ago. Goddamn. Get off my gay lawn.
Get off my
Little
Gatrix.
bastard. Get off my pink gay lawn, you little bastards.
Sugar boogers.
Sugar boogers?
What the hell's Pee-Pee talking about?
Sugar
Cocaine.
boogers.
Pee-Pee.
Yeah, Peruvian.
I know what
marching powder.
it is. I just don't know why she brought up sugar booger.
Why
She
not?
wants the purple pill.
Yeah, because
boogers.
I mentioned
Oh.
snorting the red and the blue pill.
The purple boogers.
No, purple boogers.
Maybe you should try
That song
paying
had a-
attention.
I don't pay attention to you people.
Of course you don't.
I mean, shit.
Let's chat with it.
What? Raisin just mumbling over there. What the fuck are you talking about?
You'll see.
You'll see.
Oh,
You'll all see.
What the fuck is she talking
Purple pills. I
about?
can't get the fucking song out of my head now.
Oh, the Eminem D12 song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good song, actually.
Yes.
It's a good song. I like that. D12 should have done more shit.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah. Was that one song that came out, Fighting Song? That was pretty good.
Yes. Fight music.
Yeah, Fight Music. That's it. Yeah, Fight Music. That's pretty good shit, too.
He made a reference to that later in his solo career.
Yeah.
I make fight music. For
There's that one D12 album they came out with. It was pretty hot. It was a pretty hot
That was
album.
definitely popular here.
Yeah, it was a nice record. I mean, it had a lot of good songs. Anyways, Purple People Eaters. Name me, okay, see, I know you guys don't know sports, but name me a football team
Ugh.
from the 70s that were called the Purple People Eaters, and you win.
the Vikings.
Hey, look at that! Look at him over there. He knows what he's saying. He must be.
Who fucking knows his sports ball?
Yeah.
No, I don't. But I know. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
He knows his purple people eaters.
And that's what the defense of the Minnesota Vikings was called, the Purple People Eaters, because they got purple uniforms. Yeah, so Purple People Eaters. Them motherfuckers was a badass D. They would eat people up. They would fucking kill them, boy.
I need my dang glasses. I thought that said vintage. It says Vikings. Shit.
Look, I'm not comfortable talking about sports ball unless Monty's here. He's like my sports ball brother.
Yeah,
You can't talk about sports ball without Monty. It's not right.
One of the lawyers I follow says sports ball too.
a lot of people
Yeah.
say that.
Because that's what all.
And a lot of people are fucking idiots.
No, it's fucking sports ball, man. That's
No,
the
it's-
best
it's-
thing
that's
ever.
what-
It's not an idiot.
That's what idiots call it.
What?
Oh,
I
Red Eye,
enjoy.
What the fuck is the cricket bats? What are they made out of? And how do you play cricket?
Man out of wood, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, but how do you play cricket?
Well,
You asked what they're made out of, though.
all right. So what you do is you get a ball, and instead of doing the weird shape stitching like trying to copy a tennis ball like you weirdos do in America and make the ball perfectly smooth and that's no fun. What you got to do is you get leather and you get a ball and you basically put a leather coating on the ball, but then you put really thick stitching, 6 rows of it, so it makes the ball not perfectly round, so you can actually get it and spin it and fuck with it because it'll do weird shit and it won't go dead straight. You can make the ball spin, or you can make it bounce weird and sort of bounce up into people's faces and hit them in the faces.
Cricket's an interesting sport, too.
That used to be a legitimate tactic that the English used down here, and it was so bad that during one tour, and they used the body line, it was called body line, and what was designed is they'd bowl short and bounce it up and hit the fucking bowlers in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did that to the Australian team. The Aussie, the people spectating jumped on the field and started trying to get hold of the fucking English team to beat the fucking shit out of them. It was called body line, and it was a legitimate tactic in cricket. They used to try and basically hit dudes in the fucking, and people have been killed playing cricket. A few years ago, a bloke took one in the head, and he died a couple of days later in hospital, I do believe. It's really sad.
Okay, that
is sad.
I was going to say that's poor man's baseball, but people have
you
died.
guys have got that fucking game in America where they've had those big long fucking scoops and they hurl the fucking ball down, and that's
lacrosse.
Yeah, that shit. The ball
They're
travels.
brutal.
The ball travels. I think it's the fastest sport involving a bloke. The velocity of the ball, it gets up to mad fucking speed.
Lacrosse is pretty rough. I mean,
all the chicks I knew that played lacrosse were badass bitches.
But here's the deal: lacrosse is more of an East Coast sport here in America, and it's also it's also a rich kid sport.
We definitely had lacrosse in high school.
Have you watched
a lot of those rich kid sports too? A lot of rich kids like
up.
Just watching that sport get played. It's like you got to be on digital meth to play that shit.
Yeah,
that's why chicks from the East Coast are better because we play lacrosse.
Well, we definitely like down here. We didn't. I mean, I don't ever recall any fucking school around having a lacrosse team.
Really?
We were, and now they're starting to get into wrestling too. But it's back in my day, we didn't have wrestling teams. But now, like our school has a wrestling team, should I think? But we didn't even have a wrestling team. Our sport was, we're football country, right?
Hey, that sport is not lacrosse. Raisin, that's not the sport. I've got to go and find it now. It's. They've got the rackets. I'm talking these things are big curved things that they wear on their arm, and they fucking use their whole arm to hoik these things, kind of like what was in Tron. And I always fucking forget what the sport's name is, but it's not lacrosse. I'll keep talking. I'll find the sport's name because it's the craziest sport.
No, explain it to me again, then, because I know I'm interested.
It's a big curved fucking scoop hanging off their arm.
Highlight.
Yeah.
Highlight.
That shit is.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know much about that sport.
What's it called?
Highlight. I believe that's what it's called.
That's what they it's. I don't know much about it at all. To be honest with you.
JAIALAI.
Yeah.
But aren't Kiwis big into shit? What's it called? Starts with the. Fuck, I'm stupid.
I don't think they like being called Kiwis, bro.
That's the little utensil implement.
That's New Zealand, isn't it? Kiwis.
Yeah. I don't think they like that, though.
Well, the New Zealanders I knew didn't mind.
I'm joking. I don't know.
But I've never known any Australians that like to be called Kiwis.
Well, no, dude, because Australia and New Zealand, they hate each other for some reason.
No, I think it's more like the way New York and Philly are.
Yeah, well, nobody likes Philly.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, y'all are a bunch of dicks, man. I mean, the city of brotherly love.
Just don't look us in the eyes. We don't like to answer questions.
Yeah, grumpy bastards. But now, honestly, they're talking about a sports town. Now, Philly's a sports town.
We're brutal with sports.
And I'll tell you something else that Philly is big into, like really big into. They have been for years. Pro wrestling. Philadelphia loves their pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. When I was growing up, when I was a little kid, my uncles used to love watching wrestling. Yeah. But that was back with like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
Well, Jim Cornette, he says that that Philly was, but the weird thing about Philly was also a heel town. They cheered for the bad guys. Yeah, because they're dicks.
Is he talking about polo? Polo is pretty crazy.
He's not talking about polo.
You know what polo is because the Royals play polo, don't they?
Yeah, he knows
rugby.
What polo.
There we go. Rugby.
Rugby's his sport. Rugby is their sport. That ain't our sport.
He would know rugby.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
That's what I was talking about, like Kiwis and rugby.
You got rugby union.
Yeah, the All Black. Oh fuck,
Kiwis dominate rugby union 100%. It's like the All Blacks are just fucking destroyers of worlds.
No, he's not talking about hurling.
Rugby league.
That's not particularly American. That's Irish.
That changes depending on who. Every year it could just like we had a period where Australia dominated it, and then the English had a really good fucking kicker, so they were dominating for a while. But now it's actually I'm not quite sure. With COVID, it's sort of been up in the air for a few years, but I imagine that the Kiwis will probably be fielding a pretty strong fucking team internationally again. But a lot of countries field teams. The Fijians are a force to be reckoned with as well. Samoans, they're basically just any Polynesian country that fields a team. It's just like you're playing walking fucking men mountains that can run like a freight train.
All Samoans are pretty bad motherfuckers, pretty much.
Polynesians, mate, in general. Samoa,
they're
Kiwis,
just big, thick motherfuckers that will break your goddamn face.
It's because they've been raised in a place where they've eaten their ancestors. It's coconuts. Coconuts will make you massive. No, coconut fucking milk as coconut fat. Go and have a look at Polynesians. They're just a huge fucking race of. They're not a small race of people. They're not little tiny people. They're fucking huge.
They're big motherfuckers, man.
They're fucking huge. Like
women are big.
My mate Rio,
big bitches.
He's a Kiwi, right? He's a little bit shorter than me, but he is twice as fucking thick. And I'm not talking fat, like just his bone structure. Yeah. He is twice as thick as me. Like I stood next to him and like I'm a skinny fucking little fucking toothpick. He is just this wedge, right? His brother's the same. I stood between them. It's like I could hide between them in the silhouette. Like you wouldn't see me because they're fucking just... And they're small. Then there's their bros and their other. It's just like
look at the Rock. Look at the Rock, man. He's Samoan, right? Yeah, Rock. That's a big motherfucker.
What's Rikishi? Was he? I'm pretty sure he was.
The Samoan wrestlers, pro wrestlers, they're all known to be badasses. Like right now, one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling right now, Roman Reigns. He's actually the Rock's nephew or something like that.
Well, there you go.
I mean, he's like the biggest star in pro wrestling right now. One of them, he's Polynesian. So
they're just.
I stuttered the fuck out of that shit. He's pa. But he's pa.
Yeah. Polynesians, and I'm just speaking generally, are just really physically big. They're just big motherfuckers.
Big motherfuckers,
right? And then, in contrast, you have. Torres Strait Islanders and Aboriginals from Australia aren't as physically big as the Polynesians because they grew up in a different environment. And I honestly believe one of the big things is just the coconut milk and just because coconuts fatten you the fuck up.
And they ate their ancestors too.
Lions are generally
yeah. Sometimes that was a mark of respect. That's why they nom Captain Cook, apparently, as a show of respect. I didn't know. This is Glenn told me the story. I'm like, Oh, so the Hawaiians nom-nommed him, and that's why the British took, and they didn't take kindly to that. Apparently, they saw that like, well, we nom-nom him because that shows respect, and the British went, no, that's not a jolly good show, and we're a bit cranky. And I'm like,
oh, you know who's planning on running for president one day?
Who?
And he guarantees he's gonna win too. One day he's gonna, and he got a place in his administration for his brother, Logan fucking Paul.
Oh, well,
No.
listen, that's idiocracy actually becoming reality, and at that point,
Yeah.
I'll actually become.
Oh, he will do it too. I believe he'll run.
No, he won't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: he might be popular with.
I don't think he'll win. I think he'll run though.
Oh, he might run, but
I don't think he'll win. I don't think he'll win.
Seems like a colossal waste of money.
Well, no, it'd be he's a marketing genius.
He is a marketing genius. I'm gonna hit those boys. Hate them all you want. They're a marketing fucking genius.
Right. The whole thing about the box of Pokemon being fake.
Yep, that was a marketing
stunt.
stunt.
Got them on the fucking news. Mainstream media were playing stories about Logan Paul. They have been gypped for. It's like you can't buy that sort of advertising for your brand as long as he keeps his name in people's mouths, and that happens at the same time that his new sports drink was about to be released. Mm-hmm.
Think about that. And his new sports drink is a big hit apparently.
I was about to say, is he selling a book? No, it was a sports drink. There you go. So it's all marketing, and you got to keep people's names in the lexicon. And how do you do that? Well, I'm going to go to Japan and feel some bodies hanging in the fucking trees because there's no marketing to do. So we've just got to keep our name relevant, and shock values work.
It's not relevant. They say, okay, we all know that, if you're a wrestling fan or not, everybody knows what WrestleMania is, right?
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to be a fan to know what WrestleMania is. It's the biggest event in pro wrestling. He was one of the fucking big stars of man. He actually had a match in WrestleMania, this past WrestleMania.
Now,
I like the Royal Rumble better. Do they still do that?
No, the Royal Rumble is a cool concept, but it's not as big as WrestleMania.
I liked it better though. I didn't say
it's a cool concept. It's a cool concept.
I like it.
I like the concept of the Royal Rumble.
Those dudes, as wrestling, that works. Jake and Logan Paul as a team wrestling, that'd actually work really well.
Here's the deal. A lot of people, a lot of really good wrestling people like Jim Cornette and stuff, people who actually know their shit, actually said that Logan Paul could be a fucking. They were like, he was impressive. They were impressed by him.
Well, no, listen to me. If you got the brothers in there, imagine the storylines and story arcs you could do with the brothers. So for a few years, they're the new fucking young bad boys on the block, and everyone loves them. But then one day, a few years in, you have them fucking start going at each other, and fucking you could just have the story arc of them fucking fighting each other and then teaming back. That'd be great.
And a lot of people want to make fun of wrestling or whatever, but like, okay, who's the most paid actor in Hollywood right now? Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, wrestling is a big thing. And these guys could be megastars. Now, look, here's the deal about the Paul brothers. I absolutely fucking loathe Jake. I do. Jake Paul, but I actually am beginning to have a little bit of respect for Logan. Because, I mean, the older one, he's actually impressing me a little bit. Because he is a good business, and he seems to be growing up some. And he's a businessman that, look, I mean, you can hate him all you want. Look how successful he is.
Yeah, well,
it's him.
It's better than burning shit in the fucking pool in the backyard of your house in the middle of suburbia and pissing off the entire street.
Yeah,
he got 1,000 screaming girls out the front. Yeah, well, they were both on board for that shit. But if they got involved in the wrestling business, they could be a huge fucking brand, because those two. They got pulling power already. A whole new generation of fans. They could bring them in fucking overnight.
They ain't no Island Boys though.
You know.
I mean, and now they're fucking multiplying too. They got like 5 or 6 Island Boys now.
What are they? Did somebody take him in the lab and clone the little fucking turds?
No, they're starting this thing. I don't know what they're doing, but here's another thing. They're kind of marketing fucking geniuses too.
Nah, they're not. They're one-trick ponies. That's their problem. They got nothing to market. All of their shit.
Well, no, here's the thing. They recently went to Hawaii. This is funny as hell. Did y'all see this? They went to Hawaii and they were doing all these videos of Hawaii. Well, they got their asses. Well, basically, this Hawaiian dudes went up to them and started beating them up. Which
Good.
Yeah,
Fucking good.
Which, yeah, I mean, look, and these dudes go on on TikTok Live every day and battle. I want to battle one of them, but they're making bank in those battles. I sit there and watched them one day. I was trying to add up how much money they were making with all the gifts they were receiving. I know that he made about $1,000 in about an hour there. I know he did, or even more. He probably made more. Now, there's that one guy who I can't fucking stand on TikTok, Big King, but he apparently made $50,000 in 2 days on that thing. But he's such a dick. He's such an annoying dick. He's 40 years old, and and he wants to act like that, like flashing his money. Look, I understand, it's annoying to see these young kids like Island Boys, whatever, Jake Paul, flash their money shit. But they're also very young and immature and don't really know shit. So I'll give them a little bit of a pass. I ain't giving no 40-year-old man a pass for that kind of shit. I'm not going to do it. I may give the Island Boys a little bit of a pass because they're fucking 20 years old. They're 20. They're stupid young kids that rushed into success, so they make a lot of fucking stupid mistakes. So I'll give them a little bit of a pass. Same thing with the Paul brothers. But this motherfucker's 40 years old. I ain't giving him a pass. Fuck that shit. Rant's over.
I'm not going to give the Island Boys a pass because I think they represent just about everything that's wrong with humanity right now. So yeah.
Well, I think that anybody under the age of 30 represent everything that's wrong with humanity right now. To be honest with you, I'm joking. Because I knew that we got two people under 30 over here. I don't know. But, apparently, Drunken Crow's 55. I don't know.
I'm 76.
Turned 76 yesterday.
You got the voice of a 76-year-old woman.
Yep. I'm going into retirement tomorrow.
By the way, real quick, it is the second hour, so look, I'm not setting a goal, but like I said earlier, I'm actually probably getting evicted, and so I need. If you can help, please do. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not going to. And Dirt's a bitch. I'm going to say that too.
The worst.
And last week was a mess, dude. I tell you what, last week, boy, I got irritated last week on the show. I got frustrated a couple times. Friday was a real mess. Nobody showed the fuck up. I did a 30-minute piece by myself.
So you missed me.
Not really. I missed Red Eye.
Yeah, I was tripping balls on mold spores and I slept through the show. I
didn't miss you, Raisins. I miss your kitties, but you don't even have them on the screen because you got a John Morgan rash going on.
The monkeypox.
That's what it is. You got the monkeypox. Actually, we need to change the name of monkeypox to Morganpox.
Oh, Lord. We'll run it by him on Thursday.
Yeah. Actually.
Don't say that. That makes people break out in the Morganpox.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get the Morganpox. You start bullying fat kids and say actually a lot. Yeah.
Bullying fat kids.
He's such a smart dude, but yet he's so out of touch with people. Like, he don't understand why people get irritated when he talks about bullying people.
He's not good with social cues.
He's socially stupid, But he's
Yeah.
such a smart man. Look,
No, but he bullies the bullies, pimp.
but
He's actually fun. I really do enjoy
he's
his company, like
intelligent.
in private.
That is one. But I'm gonna tell you something now. I get pissed off when people go, eat that smart bullshit. John Morgan's intelligent.
Yeah, he is.
He's extremely intelligent. Sometimes maybe a little too intelligent.
I see a lot of myself at maybe not at his age, but a bit younger than him. I see a lot of myself. Actually, no, he's really young, so I would say, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nothing.
at that
He
age-
is really
At that
young.
age, I was about. I would say I was more socially aware, but I didn't give a fuck. Like I knew that people didn't like when I talked to them that way. I just didn't care.
That is something that I was always pretty good at. I don't know why, but I was always socially smart.
Believe it or not, my threshold for bullshit is much higher now than it used to be. I don't know.
I would say I was always pretty socially, like I always got people, like I always figured people out, and I think that may be my comedic side that was the reason that is, because comedians are like really socially in touch, right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to read a room.
Yeah, and I think that's it's like So I was always pretty good at that, and I was So I was always. I'm not saying I was the fuck. I never made mistakes or anything, but I was always pretty good at that.
Comedy is one of the best de-escalation tactics I find too. Somebody's getting pissy at you. If you can make them laugh, that shit'll turn around real quick.
Yeah,
But
you can also piss people off.
If it misses, you
yeah,
get hit.
it's one of those all or nothing things.
Yeah, and it's like you don't want to get in like a verbal battle with a comedian. That's like when I don't want to bring his shit up again, but Will Smith, he said Chris Rock could have fucking humiliated Will Smith if he wanted to. That
He knows
Oh,
them
yeah.
personally too.
But,
Like
yeah,
knows
he
about
could
them.
have
He spent time with
humiliated
them.
yeah, he just tore him up, but he took the higher road, which is better. But he could have fucking destroyed him mentally. He could have destroyed him if he wanted to. Because Chris is a very good comedian.
Because he said that was a gentle joke, and I think that was sort of I think that was if he had gone ungentle on Jada with the things he knows, he could have just started throwing out like, well, what if I say this? If that upsets you, how about this?
Yeah,
that would have.
If you look at any somewhat good comic and the hecklers, and you watch that, I mean, the comic's always gonna fucking win.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was always really good with hecklers.
He's still gonna win. If you think that stuff that went through his mind, he is making.
Oh God, he's gonna have a stand-up
He
special.
already announced he's gonna do a show. Like his next tour is going to be. I promise you, I see it now. It is going to be a Jada joke punchline like the entire time.
Oh, he's gonna tear him apart.
Oh yeah, he will. Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna tear him
He's
apart.
gonna make a lot of money doing it too.
Oh yeah, 'cause, I mean, one of the best things that happened to Chris Rock getting slept by Will Smith, because his next tour gonna be immediately sold out.
Yep.
Immediately sold out, guaranteed. As soon as it's announced, boom, tickets sold out.
It was smart too. He's a smart businessman because instead of just these tickets were already sold for this tour by and large. Like he can go and sell and make sure when they go for more money that he's making that more money when he does it on his next tour.
Yeah.
So
when Dirt does his tour of male pornography, he's gonna go around.
Yep, door to door.
Little short, chunky, long-haired boy. That's the name of his porns.
He's also gonna dress up as a Boy Scout.
As a what?
As a Boy Scout.
Oh, well, he looked more like a Girl Scout, really. Dirt, we're talking about you.
I know, and I'm just thinking how I don't know why Little Debbie came to mind.
What?
I don't know nothing about Little Debbie.
You like ding dongs? Ding dongs hers is?
Ding dongs.
What the fuck?
So I'm saying, I was thinking like Girl Scout cookies,
So
That
cream
was a
pie.
little Debbie.
Put the joint down, Dirk. Put it down.
Every stoner wants to corn, little Debbie.
I was thinking about a little Debbie, man. I'd like to have me one of them Star Crunches right now, bro. Motherfucker. I'd like to have me a oatmeal cream pie, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that oatmeal cream pie's the shit.
Brownie, bro.
Don't
Why do
you
they call
dare
them
mute
pie?
Take that mute off right now, Crow. You unmute that camera. You do it now.
He's
Or
composing.
you could unmute the mic.
Yeah, that.
I don't know about unmute the fucking camera, but unmute the mic.
Do what he said.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Oh, you cheater. That was hilarious. You withholding cheater.
He's fine. He's all
That's
right.
what my wife always
That's
said.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're not good at
Protection
shit.
of the
You
real thing.
suck.
I do suck.
But do you
Little
suck, little Debbie?
I don't know why Little Debbie came to mind, but you know, them fucking goddamn cosmic brownies are awesome.
Man,
Yo, cosmic brownies are good though.
They are good. The Swiss rolls are bomb diggity.
I like Swiss rolls.
But my favorite, my favorite is the Star Crunch. That's really the first. I've always loved the Star Crunch.
I don't think we have Star Crunch around here.
You don't have the Little Debbie Star Crunch? Everybody has Little Debbie Star Crunches.
Yeah, we have Tasty Cake up here. Tasty Cake is pretty dominant.
You don't have Little Debbie's?
We do have Little Debbie's, just they can't compete with Tasty Cake in my area.
I tell you, like, you know, the moment the drunken just had, we got so tickled. I got my friend so tickled that me and my friend went grocery shopping. That's when I was living alone years ago. And I was putting up my groceries and he handed me a box of Little Debbie's that I bought. And I said, that bitch can cook. We were both very high, right? And just the moment my friend broke out, just like Crow did. I said, that little bitch can cook. And,
Yeah, the oatmeal cream pies are probably my favorite.
oh my, yeah. Yeah, I've had Tasty Cakes. They're no Little Debbie.
Yo, you need to get look, Tasty
Tasty,
Cake.
I'll try to compare Tasty Cakes to Little Debbie.
I like some butterscotch crimpets. They're nice and fresh here. See, I got Tasty Cakes when I lived down in North Carolina. They did have a really limited selection, and they were like stale compared to up here. So I guess because we live near where they make them, and there's a lot bigger selection. Like then they go off the shelves faster. They don't sit on the shelves at all. Like
Little Debbie's
shit.
is more dominant. The little bitch kick Tasty Cakes in my ass.
Tasty Cake.
You know there was actually not a Little Debbie. Little Debbie is an advertising gimmick that he just, and one of the artists that created the fucking cartoons just used his niece.
No.
Yeah.
so you're telling me
it's-
when-
Now, by the way, I am making all this. I have no fucking clue.
I was gonna say something about Wendy's, like the creator.
Well, Wendy's is actually real.
Wendy
Though.
is real, isn't she?
Yeah, Wendy's real. The owner, Dave Thomas, he was adopted. He adopted Wendy, right? His daughter, and he named it after his adopted daughter, and she was a little redhead chick. Yeah, Wendy was real. See, you don't know shit, Drunky.
No, not really. Not at this point.
Damn, boy. The Burger King's actually real too.
There was a king of burgers.
There
Oh
was
my
a
god!
king of burgers from Hamburg.
I met Grimace. Grimace was definitely real. He was an alien. He was real.
Yeah, Grimace was real. Hamburger was real too. There was a
He
dude.
stole my shit.
There was a dude that ran around with a fucking hamburger head and a prison costume. Yeah. You know what's even crazier? There was actually a Captain D. I just learned something yesterday that blew my mind. Y'all ever had a Captain D's restaurant?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty good. It's decent. Yeah, it's okay. I don't really like fish that much, but it's okay. However, Captain D's was like a spinoff restaurant from Shoney's. The same company that owned Shoney's owned the Captain D's.
What is a Captain D's?
Yeah, never heard of it.
You never heard of Captain D's?
No, is this a Southern thing?
It's not. Everything's a Southern. If I mention it's a fucking
No,
Southern thing. If this bitch don't know what it is, it's a Southern thing.
Because Dirt
I
don't
don't-
either.
I don't know what
Probably
it
in the
is
South. I
either.
had never heard of no Captain
It's a
D's.
fast food seafood restaurant.
Wait, you live in like the wild, cold north, Drunken. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, but he lives in whatchamacallit, South Dakota or whatever. They don't have
In
shit.
no man's land.
No, we don't have shit. I mean, Shoney's,
What the fuck you're talking about? It's a Southern thing.
I've heard of Shoney's, but I haven't heard
Heard
of
of
whatever the
Shoney's?
fuck the
Captain
That
D's.
shit went out of business in the
Captain D's
70s.
nuts.
I've heard of
Please,
Shoney's.
please. You've never heard that commercial? Captain D, please. Goddamn, they're everywhere.
This is definitely a Southern thing. Do they sell
It's
fish?
not a Southern thing. Motherfucker.
Then what is it? What is it?
It's a fucking restaurant.
I know what kind.
Shit,
kind?
it's a seafood joint. It's a fucking fast food seafood joint.
So
Oh, that
like
sounds like shit.
Long John Silver's.
Yeah, but they're still in business. Captain D's still in business. I don't think Long John Silver's is. Are they?
I think that they
Not that
are.
I know of. I ain't seen no Long John Silver's in a
I
long
haven't
time.
seen a Long John Silver's. Fucking, that's a northern thing. Long John Silver's is a northern. What the hell is that going on? Yo, dude, your green screen like a monster. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it.
Do you reckon you're about to be possessed by a shadow person?
Yeah, you're about to
Oh,
be eaten by a
shit.
shadow demon.
Oh fuck! I was
Oh, we lost
not
Raisin.
aware of that.
That's because that bitch is stupid. Oh,
Whoa.
hey,
Allegedly.
Damn.
Pep was just saying horribly bad things about you, and it was really horrible. You should
Yeah,
sue
I
him.
was defending you. Drunken Girl said you was a whore, and I was like, and I told Dirt that bitch talking about drunken was stupid. That's what I said.
Whoa.
Pee
think
what really
that's-
happened. She'll tell me the truth.
PP's a slut cunt.
No.
You, how
Wow.
I don't like you. I wish I'm gonna boot you.
Shit, I'm not watching this show anymore. You're rude.
Disavow.
I wouldn't watch it either.
That's
Yeah, I
why I
don't
come
know
on
what's
so I don't
going
have to
on,
watch
man.
it.
Anyways, I need to see some more tips, yo. I need a shitload of money. Anyways, I need money. See tips. Mr. D, not Mr. D, Captain D's August.
was the point of
Wendy's
Captain
ate all
D's?
the cheeseburgers. I don't remember now.
What?
Wendy ate all the cheeseburgers. Yeah, Wendy did eat all the cheeseburgers.
Is Captain D's a fish place? Is it? Is that why their captain like a boat captain?
That. Oh, I have something for this, but I'm not gonna say it.
No comment.
I said fast food seafood place by 18 goddamn times.
Yeah.
Who has fast food fish places?
What the fuck is a fish?
Why? You don't have fish in fast food. That's like
Well-
a side thing. Like
There's 100 fast food seafood places.
Yeah. Don't tell McDonald's about that, then they'll have to get rid of the fillet of fish.
yeah, that's like what I mean. Like there's like a fish sandwich at places that you go for fast food, but a fast food.
What is fish?
What is fish?
It's fuck seafood.
Right. Well, I don't eat fish sandwiches at fast food because I don't trust fast food fish.
So you discriminate against fast food fish.
Yeah, but you
Wow.
trust
You
them with
live on an
goddamn.
island. If I lived on an island, I might be more amenable to the idea of fast food fish.
Fuck is we talking about?
Oh,
You're
Damn, they still
landlocked.
flying that out.
You're landlocked. Why would you eat fish?
They still flying that McDonald's fillet out to that island, Raisin.
You do realize that McDonald's don't have a cow in the backyard, right?
Yeah.
They have to fly that shit.
Filet.
Yeah, it's actually
It ain't fresh cow.
Filet of mystery fish. You can get fresh cow in Lancaster. You can actually split a cow with another family.
But that's not McDonald's. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are you eating at McDonald's?
they got a big fat purple grimace back there, and they cut a fillet off of that.
I do like Grimace a lot.
Grimace meat's pretty good.
That's the big man.
Dude, I had a big meat yesterday.
What? Did it give you the shits?
No.
If I ever like feel like I'm a little stopped up, I just grab like a Whopper Junior. All good.
Dude, I love me some Whopper. I like a Whopper.
Agent 006, you need to try barramundi. Then you wouldn't be saying that barramundi is a fucking delicacy. And cold trout.
I've actually heard a lot about barramundi.
Barramundi, ask Landon. I've gotten Landon a barramundi burger, and it was fucking awesome. So in Australia, you get basically a nice big chunk of grilled fish or fried fish crumb, whatever battered, doesn't matter. And you just slap that on a big bread roll and put some seafood sauce and some lettuce on it and fucking eat it. It's like, fuck McDonald's and their shitty little lame fillet of fish.
Right? See, England had some good fish and chips. That was kind of like fast food fish, but they live on an island.
Bitch, you from America. Quit saying chips.
And mackerel, you can
They're
get.
in a fish and chip shop. They don't
Bitch,
have
you bitch, you
Right.
from America. It's a goddamn French fry over here, motherfucker. You know
But
it.
I wasn't over
fries.
here when I was eating it. I was over there.
Yeah, the
Fuck
mackerels.
But you here now.
You'd probably
They
love
have fish and
mackerel
chips.
as well.
That's exactly why I don't eat fast food fish, because I'm here now.
Oh, Moreton Bay bugs. You guys haven't got those things. They're fucking awesome. So they're kind of like
Bugs.
crabs, but yeah, Moreton Bay bug. Google it right now and throw a picture up and show everybody. Weirdest looking fucking critter ever. And you cook them up like a crab, and you eat the little bastards, bug tails. They're fucking unreal.
Ooh,
So
yeah, it looks
good.
like a lobster you fish out of Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking sea insect, dude, and it's like the size of your fucking hand, and you eat the little bastards.
I'll take 20.
Are
They're really-
they the ones that you get out of the sand?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
delicious, big snacky cakes that swim around in the ocean. Big ocean bugs.
Sea. What are the fuck they called? I'm stupid.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's also called a slipper lobster.
Is that what you
I'll
call them,
slip her a
States?
lobster.
They are delicious. And there's a species of crab in Australia just called a mud crab. They're fucking big, brutish looking things, and they are yum.
Dude, I love crab and shellfish. You got me fucked up.
Seafood down here is
crab
really good.
with a lobster.
Crab,
Made a
lobster.
shrimpy thing.
We got the king prawns as well, tiger prawns, like prawns. Put your two fingers together and they're about that long, and yeah, they're just
Some of the
delicious.
best. I mean, I'm not huge on seafood. Everybody knows that, but like some of the better seafoods I've eaten been in Seattle.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I
Maryland-
do
Maryland
like
has
hush
really good
puppies.
food.
Hush
Hush
are
puppies
pretty
is
good.
not. Yeah, but hush puppies is it's just corn. It's bread, bro.
Yeah, it's just little cornbread, like little drops in it.
But now there's a certain way to make it. If you ain't putting beer in your hush puppy, you fucking up.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
southern thing. And
But my
I live
mom-
in the
but my
middle of
mom-
fucking
no.
nowhere.
My mom does not drink or whatever. But when she makes hush puppy, she says, "The boy, go get me a beer," and she'll put beer in it because it makes it taste 10 times better.
Beer battered shrimp, beer battered fish. The
Beer,
expect-
you motherfucker, you got to ready beers. Beer batters.
beer battered shrimp, beer battered fish. I mean,
Domestically
especially-
battered shrimp is better. That was a good ass joke right there, boy. I like that one.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna write that down. Remember that shit.
Beer battered.
Domestically.
Beer battered domestic violence.
Oh my god.
That's
Red Eye, I'm a genius.
Comical genius.
I am, dude. Domestically battered shrimp. That's pretty good.
okay, I'm good.
Raisin girl,
Whoa.
I love you.
Oh, beat me up. I'm short. So you went domestically battered shrimp.
What the heck? Yeah. You were only gone a week. You can't be that rusty.
I'm still not at 100%. I'm distracted and aching.
I was thinking
And I
Little
have dinner
Debbie's.
tomorrow.
I was thinking about Little Debbie's. As you said that.
I do want Little Debbie's. I like Little Debbie.
That's Dirk's moment of the year right there.
Moment of the year.
For some reason, I was thinking about Little Debbie.
Yeah, man. Because it was Girl Scouts. Girl
What's
Scout cookies.
what is that test called where they show you the eat blocks of the
The Rorschach.
Rorschach.
yeah, and Rorschach, yeah. And motherfucker had them dirt, Little Debbie. Little Debbie. Little Debbie.
That plot looks like a Little Debbie.
That looks a lot like an oatmeal cream pie, bro. That one of the Swiss. Dude, I tell you what's good.
Those are zebra cakes.
Zebra cakes are.
Fucking love zebra cakes.
Yeah, zebra, I think that's like their. Well, I don't know if it's their number one seller, but it's pretty big. I think another Little Debbie cake, like the donut sticks.
Yeah.
Those are great in the mornings when which I'm not big on coffee, but like
I
if I
like
have,
Entenmann's in the morning.
you know what, maybe an animal.
Entenmann's.
Enema?
And
You want an enema in the morning?
as long as you give me a whole Entenmann's Danish along with it, that's fine.
I don't know what enema does. What, you sticking a donut up your ass? What the hell are you doing?
Lord, there's no good food outside of Philly, is there?
Why is it? Oh God, I hate her sometimes. She's like a like this is the only person I know that will admit.
Is it really that local?
Here's the thing: everybody, even most people from other areas, will admit the Southern food is better than everybody else. You're the one person I know that won't admit that.
I'm talking about at the market, though. That's not like that's home cooking. I definitely agree with you.
Southern food is the best.
Look,
Now it will fucking give you a heart attack because we fry everything.
oh my goodness! The first time I went out to eat at a buffet when I moved down to North Carolina,
Mhm.
I was so swollen that my ex was trying to pull my rings off with like corn oil. It was so bad. They were starting.
What did you eat?
I ate fried okra. I ate hush puppies.
You know you're supposed to stop at a certain point.
I ate what? I was like all this salty food.
You like okra?
Or salty.
I don't like fried okra.
You don't? Okra is
No,
fucking delicious.
my mother
knows.
loves fried okra. She cooks it all the time. I'm just not an okra fan.
I like it fried though. I do like it fried.
My mama loves it fried. You ever seen boiled okra? It looks like fucking booze.
Nope. No, I don't.
But now I'm gonna tell you what I do love. That's a fried green tomato. Ooh, Lord, I'll slap you upside your motherfucking head.
I like just tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes.
Fried green tomato is the shit. Tomatoes.
Just go pick one from the garden and eat it like an apple.
I've actually ate an Entenmann's coffee cake before.
They're badass. They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Coffee cake is good.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I think a tasty
I like the
cake.
crumb donuts too, man. I'm addicted.
Tasty cake does make a good
Crumb
coffee cake.
Crumb donuts though? Crumb
Yeah.
donuts are fucking awesome.
You know you can get a pull-apart donut from McDonald's now?
What kind of pull apart donut?
It's basically like a bunch of donut holes slapped together with glaze on.
Yeah.
So like a monkey cake?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be racist?
Come on, you know your mama's making. Somebody's mama had to make them a monkey cake. You take a little dough
My mom
ball.
called it monkey bread.
Monkey
There you
bread's
go,
good. Monkey bread's good. Yeah, I like monkey bread.
It's good shit. Yeah.
Is that what it's like? Is that what you
Not
get?
as good
No,
as
it's
mom
not
makes.
like
I don't know.
it's not like monkey bread. No,
No.
it's a donut.
It's like Munchkins.
It's a donut. It's not a circle hole. It's basically like a round
blob.
donut with a little. It looks like a footprint.
Is it good?
It's for a donut. It's a donut.
I like bear claws and crullers.
Yeah, but McDonald's actually has more shit than I thought. They got a big blueberry muffin now too.
They've always been decent for breakfast, to be fair.
Which I love, like a big fresh blueberry muffin. I do like that shit.
They did all right with pancakes even when I was a kid.
I like the McMuffins from McDonald's. I always like those, because I like English muffins anyway. So,
Bro, I rarely ever do like McDonald's breakfast, but if someone's like, "Yeah, I'm getting McDonald's breakfast, what do you want?" It's always a McGriddle.
McGriddles is shit. I like it. I like the McGriddle.
Is that the one that has like pancake bread
with the syrup in the griddle cake?
I can't. That's the only breakfast. I can't with that. I can't.
Nobody asked you, Raisin.
I can't with that.
I'm good with it.
I don't recall me or Dirt saying, "Can we have your approval on this shit?"
Well, I just gave my disapproval to you, free of charge.
Damn, woman.
Hey, Bunny.
What's up, Bunny? How you doing? Red Eye said, "Fuck
McGriddle
you."
burger. Hello.
Anyways, we need to see some tips. Really do, like badly. Anyways, what the fuck am I doing on my phone here? Dirt. What's up with you? What's up with you, man? Why you got an attitude tonight?
I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to. I got a lot going on, man. It's not.
Tell you shit, Dirt.
Danielle's been beating the shit out of Dirt.
Yeah, what did you do with Danielle? Why don't we ever get to see it now?
Well, Drunken said it. She's beating the hell out of me.
He's a domestically battered fish.
Exactly.
Here in the U.S.
I'm all right, thank you. How are you, Pimpy? I'm all right, baby. I'm all right. I'm all right. Don't have to worry about me.
Taco Bell breakfast. Never been a fan.
Hey, now don't diss the Taco Bell breakfast. It's pretty damn good.
I don't even have Taco Bell in my state.
I love Taco Bell. I'm gonna be honest with you. You always do that.
And then she leaves.
I did that to her, by the way. She didn't just say that. Every time I mention something, it's fuck off, bitch!
And quit talking about fast food.
I used to work there when I was like 17. And I used to love it. Like, that was my favorite shit. But then after you make it for so long, like making them crunch wraps every day, man, it ruins the glamour to it.
Wow.
They recently, they took them off. I mean, they bring them back and something, but they came out with the hot white cheddar fried thing. But motherfucker, shit good.
What?
The hot white fries, shit good.
When I was like,
it's like a spicy ranch on the fries, and so it's pretty damn good.
Really drunk on shitty beer, I like some Mexican pizzas.
They brought them back. They actually brought them back recently.
I don't know. I tried to get one as an adult because I was like, I'm gonna go. I haven't had a Mexican pizza in like a decade. I regretted that. I don't know about that. I was looking at that.
They was off the menu for years.
What?
I was making them when I worked there in like 2015.
Yeah, they've been off the menu for a few years though, and then
I have not eaten a Taco Bell since then.
But they brought them back like what this month, I think they brought them back.
Yeah, they're like $5 a piece now.
Yeah.
Ew,
They do.
really?
I had, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had one 2 days ago.
Ugh.
It was motherfucker, I swear to God.
A Mexican pizza, that's like a Chinese taco.
It's like a flat tortilla with like some bean paste.
It's basically like a nacho put together in a big circle.
I know. It's like a fucking Asian lasagna.
What
Like, why the fuck would you do that?
the fuck is he talking about?
What the fuck?
Nah, hold up. A taco lasagna is some good shit, Drunken. Have you ever made some taco lasagna?
I've never made a taco lasagna. I mean,
You
it could
should,
be
you know?
good.
You make yourself a taco lasagna.
I'm fucking hungry now. Fuck.
For a taco lasagna?
Yeah.
I'm fat though. I'd probably eat it. I'd eat just about anything.
Fuck. I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. I might make a taco lasagna.
Prison taco. Ugh.
Prison taco. There you go. Red Eye's got my prison taco.
Change.
We're going to end 10 minutes till. So, So we're going to end 10 minutes early.
Probably by the time Drunken gets back.
Yeah.
Talking to drunk, talking to a brick wall.
So we got 10 minutes left of the show, basically, is what I'm saying.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So we need some tips in those 10 minutes. Please. Because I'm about to get evicted. I ain't joking. And it's bad. It's real bad. Tippy. Racing girl, you said she would show you her tips if you give tips. I don't know what that means. I just said something. The hell was that?
It's my Bluetooth speaker, and I'm afraid it's going to make some more noise.
You're afraid of it?
Yeah. It's scaring me, dude. Because look, it might beep again, and I can either wait for that to happen randomly, or I can bite the bullet and just turn it off myself right now. I don't know which to do.
Is it like sitting right there?
Oh, it's right here.
Then why would that be biting the bullet?
It's over with. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
It sounds like a video game.
It's a decent little speaker.
Dude, some of those speakers are like remarkably loud.
I have another one that is. That shit, like, I have no use for it. Like, why would I need that to be so loud?
I remember back in the day, like, if you really wanted a loud speaker, you had to get a huge motherfucker. Now they come in like...
Yeah. And it'll vibrate like crazy. Like,
yeah. Dude, I don't know the struggles we had back in the day, bro. I don't know the struggle. But it was nothing more satisfying than having one of those stereo cases and having that glass door and hearing that click when you pushed it in. That magnet click. It was badass. I'm such a weirdo.
no, I feel you. I played with those as a kid. So, I get the hand-me-downs and like listen to my uncle's tapes and shit.
Yeah, those back in the day, getting one of those stereos was a big deal.
Ooh, Johnny Depp's case took a little bit of a hit today. They got a surgical expert in to testify that the way Johnny explained it, Amber Heard's lobbing of a vodka bottle would not have caused the injury that Johnny had, because apparently he testified that his hand was palm down on a bench top, and the thing got launched.
But he's a lying
tip of his
motherfucker.
finger off. Now, here's the problem. His fingernail was not damaged. He was also there's also evidence that he sent text messages to people saying he did it to himself, and that he pinched it in one of those accordion doors. And the surgeon said that is consistent with the injury on Johnny Depp's finger, not a vodka bottle cutting the tip of his finger off.
And then
So
people called him on
interesting.
the fact that his hand was not actually laying flat; it was over the edge.
Well, but no, Johnny's testimony said it was palm down on a bench top. That's the testimony I just read in the article that
I
stated
watched
that
the whole thing. I've watched him do it a couple of times, and even the expert admitted, yeah, he did say it was over the edge like that. He maintained his opinion, but he did get the hand position incorrect. He was a.
Well, that he's not telling the complete truth on everything, right? We all gotta know that.
You're always going to get that. Like, there are a couple places where I have serious questions about.
Yeah, and I hate that people like sanctifying fucking Johnny Depp right
No,
now.
but I definitely think that he was abused by a.
Oh yes, he was definitely in a domestic violence situation.
Like she's in my. I really do, regardless of whatever. Like my personal read on her, I would say I could smell cluster B a million miles away. But I have cluster B in my family. Yeah. So, yeah, that's, and he's a very patient man. But a saint, no, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I like Johnny though. I like him.
I do too.
The testimony here, the surgeon said that the fingernail was exposed, as Depp described. The placement of his hand would have been damaged, but there was no damage to the fingernail. Dr. Moore said there also would have been other cuts to the rest of his hand from the glass that shattered on impact. No cuts. While Depp told the jury that Heard severed the finger by throwing a vodka bottle at the time of the accident, he told people and sent text messages saying that he'd done it to himself. At one point, he said the finger had been pinched between solid accordion doors. Depp now says that he lied to protect Heard. Dr. Moore testified that getting the finger pinched in an accordion door would be consistent with the injury. So that's Heard's medical expert testifying that Depp's injury couldn't have been caused by a vodka bottle being thrown at it. Now, that's just what Depp's expert said. We'll see how they cross-examine and whether they offer their own expert testimony.
Yeah, just already cross-examined him, and they did know it was already. I think it was the first week or two, or definitely in the first 2 weeks of the trial that it was already out that he sent text messages that say I cut my finger off and different versions of that. And there's
but if he was being domestically battered, shrimped, they lie.
Yes. It was also, he did say the accordion door was what he wanted to go with, and then he ended up telling him at the place that he cut it off, and they didn't believe him. Mm-hmm. And they said that he should have gone with it. That it was more of a crush injury, so he should have gone with his original thing. He did tell his doctor. So there's all kinds of things that were said about it. The language has been covered, so it's still up in the air. But they do have on his rebuttal, because he'll have a rebuttal case. Like after she closes her case in chief, they will have a chance for rebuttal. And on the rebuttal list of witnesses, they have the actual surgeon that worked on his hand. So we're going to get to see Johnny's medical expert and the one who actually saw the injury. So we'll see where that goes. So we're going to get more on that. But yeah, no, there's good and bad things for the way that looks, and that is a big deal because there's a lot that revolves around issues with working for Disney because of that injury. So determining who's actually at fault for that as best as possible, getting the jury to agree with someone is important to the two of them, I'm sure. So they're going to fight for that one.
No, Wilson, there's not. Nobody's tipping. Thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate it. It makes you feel good when you point out my failures.
Maybe it was a rallying cry. Maybe I'm Sorry Wilson was trying to be...
I think I'm Sorry Wilson is happy that nobody's tipping.
I'm Sorry Wilson, are you happy about his misery?
I think I'm Sorry Wilson better tip me right now. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, and apparently some lady was in the courtroom. She stood up and he went, when are you going to acknowledge it? You're the father of my baby, Johnny. And she's holding the baby, and yeah, the nice people got her out of the courtroom.
Oh my God, that woman line jumped to make it into the court and used her baby as a fucking meat shield to get people not to push her out of the way. There were other lawyers that have been going every day in court, and they've been recording. There was a dude live streaming it. He's called the DUI guy. If you want to see the line jumping baby using bitch, that got removed from court for doing just what Red Eye said. She got up and screamed, "I love you, Johnny," or whatever. And then when that didn't get enough attention, she started yelling about what are you gonna do if the baby's yours or whatever. And
Damn. But you know the thing about Johnny Depp, I will say this: he's such a likable figure. I mean, he's easy to like. He's just he's like the personification of cool. Also, I think he's so cool. I really do. You know, like when he was being, like the mega part.
Like going to children's hospitals dressed
as Captain Jack. That is fucking awesome.
Disney and the rides, like acting like he's one of the statues, and then getting up and walking over like a Halloween gig. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's very interactive with his fans. Like when he goes. Like
his bodyguards
I was just about to say that his bodyguards have to pull him away from. Yeah, they have to pull him away from the fans, but he's constantly running in. So But does that mean he's like amazing? Look, there's some people that looks awesome on the outside, but behind closed doors, they're Bill Cosby.
Fair enough.
So I mean,
we are not in their home, only the jury gets to decide on this one.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're deciding on defamation, not who's a piece of shit or not. You know?
They are. And look,
I guess in a way they're kind of similar, but
And in this situation, Amber Heard looks horrible in this situation. And by the way, though, also her lawyers have fucked up. Her lawyers are awful. They're horrible.
This case legally should have been able to be a slam dunk for them.
Yeah, because defamation cases are very hard to win.
Yes, especially when it's a celebrity. It's
a public figure is hard to win because they're a public figure, right? So they're expected to have.
It has to be malice.
Yeah, and her lawyers is just horrible.
I see. There's a lot of question that I've heard that makes sense about: is it her lawyers, or are they client-driven decisions? Is she insisting on things?
The lawyers are so fucking stupid. They are.
Are they though? Because they.
Like they're.
But if she's saying, "I want this to happen. I want this witness up there. I want them questioned on this," they have to do what their client wants, whether or not they. A good idea,
but it's never a good idea, as everyone has seen.
Now, when the whole.
But when they cross-examined Johnny Depp, though, Johnny was just outsmarting them.
Yeah, I don't like Rottenborn or Elaine's style. I really don't. I don't like the whole what if any. Like her questions are very leading. I don't know why the judge is letting her get away with such leading questions. But if they object on leading, she'll sustain the objection. Just sometimes they'll say other things. I'm like, no, just on the leading.
I guess we'll go ahead and finish out the whole 2 hours. We got 8 minutes, so might as well do it.
Well, fucking Rottenborn will object to his own fucking questions. Like, what? Like. Even in the OJ fucking trial, you don't see that.
He fucked up for sure, and it was funny. I don't think that makes him a bad lawyer. I think that means he got rattled, which that might call some of his skills into question. Like if he's getting rattled all the time, like Elaine seems to get rattled all the time. Like with the whole, I'm trying, Your Honor. I'm like, stop saying that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You don't hear your lawyers say that. Well, I'm trying. I'm like, you better do.
Or when they're like objection leading, and she's like sustained. She's like, but I don't think it is. But the judge just sustained it. Shut up and move on.
Yeah.
She should be allowed to.
She-
No, well, she's not.
that she
And let's face it, Johnny's also fucking his lawyer, by the way.
No.
Yes.
I think everybody wants to ship them, but I think it's
Dude,
legit.
his
No,
dick
he's-
has been in her mouth. I'm telling you that right now.
No, Camille's just a really good lawyer, and I think she's
Why do you call her Camille if you know the bitch?
Vasquez. Why didn't it bother you? Why didn't it bother you when I was calling Elaine?
The lawyers.
Because I was thinking of Jerry Seinfeld at the time.
Now look, that young lady. She's very attractive, but Dr. Hottie stole the fucking show with the muffin shutdown.
Well,
Dr.
I'm
Hottie is
fucking her.
the fucking rock star.
Dr. Curry and the Muffin Man.
Are you the Muffin Man? I am the Muffin Man.
Dr. Hottie is her fucking name. Get it right.
I'm
God
Dr.
damn it.
Hottie and the Muffin Man.
Yes, that's better. The way she just went, listen, I'm gonna fucking just tell you about the muffins, so we don't have to fucking talk about the fucking muffins again. And the judge just went, I'll allow it. And then we got told the story of the muffins, and the fucking goddamn Heard's lawyers couldn't mention muffins again without looking like fucking twat waffles. It was great.
But that's why this trial is
Elaine brought the alpacas back into it today in court.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's why a lot of this shit is very ridiculous. You talking about
He
alpacas?
keeps asking about the goddamn money in alpacas.
Yeah, $300 million.
Million.
What was it?
A million.
Alpacas.
A million alpacas.
A million alpacas and $300 million. That's right. And then he'd do the next Pirates movie.
When he
That was the price for Disney.
Oh,
So
God.
tell Disney I want
legitimately-
300 million
He
cash. and
legitimately asked a hoity-toity business exec at Disney, were you aware that under oath, Mr. Depp said that he wouldn't take another part in a Pirates franchise for $300 million and a million alpacas? You see the jump cut because you know this woman fucking died in this deposition. She's keeping the straightest face she can. She goes, no. then Lane takes it a step further and goes, would Disney be okay with paying Mr. Depp more than $300 million and more than a million alpacas? Jump cut again, and the woman she's just trying to chug water to keep from cracking up. She goes, no.
It's
And
crazy.
they did it again today with the lady expert they had at the end. When she asked them, goes, were you aware that Disney is unwilling to pay Mr. Depp $300 million? I'm like, Elaine, you fucking have killed your time. They have 4 hours and like 9 minutes left to present their case for the entire week. And this bitch is asking about $300 million and a million alpacas. Get the fuck out of my face. They lost this case for themselves. If they don't win, that's their own fault. That's crazy. This
But a
lady-
million alpacas, that's a lot of alpacas.
If the
A lot of
packet
money worth of
doesn't
alpacas.
fit, you must acquit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
you shouldn't have said that.
I probably shouldn't have, but
It wasn't that funny.
She just
no,
keeps
it
on.
wasn't.
It was pretty lame.
That's what I go on though. Lame jokes, dad jokes.
That wasn't even a dad joke, though, bro.
No, that was a horrible joke.
That was more like a third uncle joke.
Third uncle, twice removed.
You know, great grandfather that I never met that molested children, kind of joke.
Whoa,
Okay.
hey.
What?
Wow. That got dark.
You're from the South. I will agree with that. So
Yeah, why is that always a fucking thing with y'all people, man?
You from the South, you've been molested.
Well, I have been molested. I am from the South. I guess it's true.
It's just a prerequisite. If you live a certain fucking point past a certain, just some random line in America, it's just like molested.
Yeah, I don't
Something
think
The Mason-Dixon line.
I don't think anybody.
Separate y'all like you do with like
What?
fish, so that the parents don't eat them.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Whoa.
Who's eating the goddamn children?
Atheists, obviously. Jeez. Ask G-Man. That's what we do all the time. Nom, 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 nom. Snack on the little buggers. Go and roast a baby every Sunday instead of going to church. It's like trying to get a roast baby going.
Yeah, I like to make s'more babies, which basically is like you get two like really tan babies, and you get a black baby and a white baby, and you put them in between the two tan Mexican babies. That's a s'more. That's a baby s'more.
We have baby hungies. You just like get a nice fire pit going, nice bit of it, coals, and toss the baby in there, bury him with the coals, let him cook on down for a couple of hours.
Baby nuts roasting on an open fire.
Throw the baby on the Barbie.
Spit roast baby, yeah.
Oh my god!
And that's how we solve immigration.
Yeah. Silent green, dude. Silent green.
I think little Debbie's coming out with some baby cakes pretty soon.
Made with real babies.
Made with real babies, yeah.
Crunch.
Sustainably sourced.
Yeah. Well, there's billions of us running around. We should be farming ourselves, shouldn't we? Makes sense.
They're gonna have babies with chicken pox. That'd be the crunchy bars.
Red Eye's advocating for cannibalism. Oh my god.
Yeah, cannibalism's pretty good, I think. I agree with cannibalism.
Don't eat the brains though. That's where you get Prions disease. But the rest of it, it's just meat.
You can eat the dick.
Oh, you can eat the dick. I'll let you.
I'll definitely eat the dick.
I'll have some rump steak, some butt cheek, maybe.
I'll take the butt cheeks and put the dick in between the butt cheeks and make a hot dog.
Damn. That'd be a crazy meal.
That's a human dog.
Mm.
I'd like a winner with 2 ass cheeks, please.
Yeah, well, look, I guess it's time to go.
Aw.
Now it's time.
Way to go, Basin. Fuck.
Nobody tip.
Boo.
Except Crow that one time.
Yeah, that one time.
Just the one. You should have done it like 2 or 3 times.
That one time in band camp.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out tomorrow night. We'll have some more fun. And yeah, later.
See ya.
Jared Genesis.